You're watching the May edition of the Library Roadshow, a production of your East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. We just saw a few of the events coming up at your library, and with so many free events for you to choose from, the monthly newsletter, The Source, can't even begin to list them all. So go to the library's website, ebrpl.com, and browse the online calendar of events. It's searchable by date, location, and interest. And remember my favorite word, free, free, free.
To get your pages turning this month, Tameka and I decided to look at some fiction that is on the bestsellers list. Beautiful Ruins by Jess Walter. The story begins in 1962. On a rocky patch of sun-drenched Italian coastline, a young innkeeper, chest-deep in daydreams, looks out over the incandescent waters of the Liguerian Sea and spies an apparition, a tall, thin woman, a vision in white, approaching him on a boat. She is an actress, and he soon learns an American starlet, and Tameka, she's dying. And then the story begins again today, half a world away, when an elderly Italian man shows up on a movie studio's back lot, searching for the mysterious woman he last saw at his hotel decades earlier. What unfolds is a dazzling yet deeply human roller coaster of a novel, spanning 50 years and nearly as many lives. Walter introduces us to the tangled lives of a dozen unforgettable characters: the starstruck Italian innkeeper and his long-lost love, the heroically preserved producer who once brought them together and his idealistic young assistant, the Army veteran turned fledgling novelist, along with the husbands and wives, lovers and dreamers, superstars and losers who populate their world in the decades that follow. Inventive, constantly surprising, Beautiful Ruins is a story flawed yet fascinating in its people and navigating the rocky shores of their lives while clinging to their improbable dreams. The novel is currently in the process of being turned into a movie. How does that sound?
I don't know. I have a question. Does he ever talk to the lady over the time, or he literally meets her once, he's mesmerized by her beauty, and then he stalks her like 50 years? No? Not a stalker?
It's a little bit more romantical.
Okay, I understand.
Well, what about your book?
My book is The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. This book begins with a boy, Theo Decker, a 13-year-old New Yorker who miraculously survives an accident that kills his mother. Abandoned by his father, Theo is then taken in by the family of a wealthy friend. Bewildered by his strange new home on Park Avenue, disturbed by schoolmates who don't know how to talk to him, and of course, tormented by his unbearable longing for his mother, he clings to the one thing that reminds him of her, a small, mysteriously captivating painting that ultimately draws Theo into the underworld of art. As an adult, Theo moves between the drawing rooms of the rich and the dusty labyrinth of an antique store where he works. He is alienated and at the center of a narrowing, ever more dangerous circle. The Goldfinch is a novel of shocking narrative energy and power. It combines unforgettably vivid characters, mesmerizing language, and breathtaking suspense while looking at the deepest mysteries of love, identity, and art. It is a beautiful stay up all night and tell all your friends triumph. An old-fashioned story of loss and obsession, survival and self-invention, and the sometimes ruthless thing called fate. It's kind of reminiscent of a Thomas Crown Affair minus hot Pierce Bronson.
Oh. Well, this novel is also in the process of being made into a movie, so keep an eye out for both of these great novels coming to a theater in the future.
And that's how the page turns.
Thanks, Tameka and Chaundra. I particularly like to read books featuring the art world, so The Goldfinch is right up my alley. Use the library's novelist database or our Next Reads resource to guide you to other reading suggestions. After all, you can't have too many books waiting on your bedside table or on your e-reader. And now for today's contest, I'll pull from the names of the next 20 people who share a story about how they use the library on our Facebook page. And while you're there, enjoy. We are not your grandfather's library anymore. What's coming up on the Library Roadshow next month? Well, summer reading. All summer, all the time.
Tune in next month and we'll go beyond the stacks and explore summer programs at a library branch near you.
Catch me with the bookmobile, visiting summer camps all around the parish.
And I'll be handing out prizes for the summer reading program.
Thanks so much for joining us on the Library Roadshow. And remember, Your East Baton Rouge Parish Library is open 7 days a week at each and every one of 14 branches, plus 24/7 on the web. Check us out at www.ebrpl.com.